Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. Well, I've been shopping again. I go through supplies very quickly, so I'm usually out every other week buying more things to go through. So this time I went to Joann's, Home Depot, and Walmart. So let's get started. When I stopped in Joann's, I primarily went there for some specific type of Christmas fabric. Well, I was really disappointed because they hadn't put out all their Christmas stock yet. There were a lot of empty shelves. So I talked to one of the people that worked in there and they said the items would not be out for at least another 2 weeks from the date that I was in there. So I was a little frustrated. The company had apparently decided to delay it by 2 weeks. Not sure what the reason was, and she didn't know either. I think it had to do with labor. I don't think they had enough people in there working because there were only one person cutting fabric this time, and usually there's 2 or 3, and there were a lot of people waiting. So there was a little bit of people not either coming into work or they just couldn't get people to work there. So if you're looking for a part-time job, go work at Joann's. We will all appreciate it. All right, so what I found was they were having their big autumn clearance sale. Almost everything was 70% off. So isn't this cute? I got this little autumn wreath. It's very tiny. It's on one of these little miniature wreath forms and all types of little artificial flowers in pine cones. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I just thought it was so cute. I know I'll find something. Then I also found these pine cones. Now we always think of pine cones on Christmas items, but these have a little bit of orange sprayed on them to make them look more like autumn. And then here are miniature pumpkins and squash. And I like using these in some of my cross-stitch crafts. I make a lot of little wall hangings and I will glue artificial flowers and items like this on it. I also was very low on other artificial flowers and leaves, and so I might just use this as a whole in a vase, or I might cut it up and use it on some of my craft projects. I've had a really hard time finding large wooden beads because I do use those on some of my craft projects for fall and Christmas. And they didn't have any at Walmart, is where I used to buy them. They didn't have any. And they had plastic, but I don't like the plastic ones. Joann's had 3 bags left, and I took 2. So at least there was 1 left. I didn't take all 3. But this has an assortment of wooden beads colored in different shades of brown, beige, and cream. So I went there to look for Christmas fabric that had a lot of metallic coloring on it and glitter on it, and they didn't have one. And so I guess I'm going to have to wait those 2 weeks, and hopefully I will be able to get some because I only have small little pieces left. But I did pick up some more patterns that I needed, and this has peppermint candy on it. This has Christmas trees and little gingerbread man. I just love these 2. I think I'm going to make something with these 2 together. Not sure yet. Now this green fabric has a little bit of metallic on it. And then I love this fabric right here. I like buying things with a white background and just a very subtle, simple design on it that you can use as an accent fabric. This is a really pretty fabric. It is white background with different types of snowflakes on it. And it's a silver metallic and it's raised. You can feel it. It's very bumpy. I was glad to find this, but I really hoped to find that fabric with glitter on it. So I think, but I will be able to find some great things to make out of this. Now here is some fabric. You've seen me use this in some of my other tutorials. I absolutely love this fabric. They had 1 bolt left, and I was going to buy quite a lot of it. But you know the way the prices have been going up, just every time you blink, it seems like prices jump up again. There were 8.5 yards on that bolt, and I told her, I said, give me the whole thing because I know I'll use it all up. So look at all this fabric. I was seriously low on 1/4 inch wide ribbon. I use it on so many different things. I didn't have any green or red left for the Christmas projects. I used up the last of it on something recently, and I went to Walmart and they didn't have a whole lot. Usually they have a ton of ribbon, but it was kind of low. But luckily I was able to get the green and red. I also got this yellow, which I didn't have any left, and I ran out of all of my white. They didn't really have any cream colored that I liked, but I was very happy that I got this. Walmart has very reasonable prices on their ribbon. I was down to where I had a piece of paper about this wide and this long. That's all I had. And so I finally got to Home Depot and purchased more. I purchased my paper for making patterns in there because it's much more inexpensive. You can get it in a variety of sizes. This is a 6-inch width, and this is a 9-inch width, and this is a 12-inch width. I like using the really thin paper because often when I'm using or making patterns, I have to fold them a lot. If you've watched me for a while, you know what I'm talking about. So this paper is very economical at the hardware store. In fact, one of the viewers told me that she went into Home Depot to get paper because she heard that I was using it. And the man who worked in there said, "Do you sew?" And she said, "Yes." He said, "It's one of our most popular items we sell is the paper because they like using it in their sewing projects." Well, I hope you enjoyed shopping with me and seeing what kind of goodies I buy. I really try to let you know what I'm thinking and how I work with my items so that you are a little more prepared when it's time for you to go shopping to make some of the projects that I show you. And not only that, I just love shopping and I just love showing what I've bought. It's a lot of fun. I'm a shopaholic like you. Well, I should say a fabric shopaholic. I like shoes too, but I don't tell my husband that. He probably figures, where is she hiding all those shoes she buys? I have my special little places. Well, anyway, now if you're interested in beginners sewing projects, make sure you check below your YouTube screen in the description section. You just scroll down, click on the words "Show More" or the down arrow, and it will expand open and you'll see all of those links. Now, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.